Welcome to the Depth Perception Podcast.
We go in depth about the perceptions and misconceptions of optometry,
which includes the business of optometry,
social issues within optometry,
and life as an optometry student.
Coming straight from Dr. Jasdeep Singh Soni,
Dr. Nadia Afghami,
Dr. Douglas Akiti,
and Svetlana Nunez. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Wow, you can choose to record in HD.
I can?
Oh,
I don't know how you do that.
your camera, your choice.
It's above touch up my appearance. It says HD.
¿Este mejor o no?
¿Está bien? Sí.
No, yep.
Está muy
Ese
claro.
mejor. Ok. O dos. Dime, ¿cuál es mejor?
No.
Uno es mejor. Sí, esa es más claro.
So,
Está en HD, you feel me?
Sí, esa HD. Muy bien.
HD y D, you feel me? Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to season 3. Yo. We're all the way back. We finally did it. Just us. We're here.
I
How
can't
y'all
believe,
doing?
I can't believe we're starting season 3 the way we started our first podcast back on Zoom.
Hear he. Sometimes you got to bring it back to bring it forward. Someone's going to hear that message. So what's up, guys? What's new? JD, you had a great question that you asked previously, and I would love to get back to that.
What's everybody's favorite moments from the pod so far?
That was the exact question, but yeah.
What impact have you all seen from the pod since we've started?
There it is. Let's get deep. Let's go in depth.
The question was if we had like no listeners, right?
That was not the
Yeah, that's what he said.
Not the question.
Answer. That's what he
That was his answer. That was not the question.
I'm not going first this time. All right. Well, what does everybody think the impact of the pod has been so far for them?
Well, if nobody listened to the pod,
Using other answers.
As usual.
Let's give a bit of background of what's been going on. So we normally record on Riverside, which is this app that we've been using for the last like season and a half, but it's not working for us today. So we had to come back to our roots on Zoom. But we recorded some of the we've been trying to re-record a few times. So we're back. It's happening.
After an hour and a half of troubleshooting, we're here.
So welcome to season 3.
it's just really funny because we've had guests and we've been fine on Riverside. Now when it's just us,
All of
The
a sudden,
vibes.
fam. All of a sudden, fam.
I haven't been on any, maybe it's me. Like this is the first like official pod that I've been on for the 4 of us.
wow.
It's been a
You guys
minute.
had a
You've been
different
busy.
tester. Yeah, you guys cheated on me with a different tester.
You changed your last name since you got married?
No,
Then you ain't a tester.
I'm in the tester household. Not a tester. I'm a fraud.
Is your name not on the household?
It's that, those little like aliens and it's like imposter. That's me.
It's cute.
You've had lots of changes this year.
Back to the question, yo. We had a whole question.
Okay, we're not
Let's
talking
go
about
there
the
first.
changes.
Go back.
We can go there, but let's
Okay.
take
Let's go back.
answer one at a time. So impact on the pod in our lives thus far. Okay, I'll go first. I would say being a little bit of like selfish in terms of just it's kind of cool to flex and say, yeah, like I have a podcast. I'm on a podcast. And it's with three of my coolest homies. It's been cool to see our growth. I mean, really from day one to day now, it's just interesting to see like literally our friendships grow. And we knew each other briefly before we started, but we knew we had a great connection. And it's just cool to see that we see ourselves actually develop friendships like separately and together as one. And I think that's been the coolest part about this podcast, bringing us all together, going more in depth within each other's lives.
Good one.
Well said.
All puns intended.
Go ahead, Nadia.
No, I said something so beautifully metaphorical before and I can't remember what it is anymore, but bear with me. Pretend it's the first time you guys are hearing it. Okay. All right. So imagine our first podcast, right? And just get a snapshot of that moment, right? And we've just been able to like have a snapshot of like time and how it's progressed and how we've changed as humans, as friends, as professionals, as students. And so it's nice to see our growth. I know that's not everything I said before, but just a synopsis is it.
JD, what about you?
Yeah, just even if nobody listened, right? Just like the theme is, like we've had so many great conversations and made impact here. We've gotten sponsors. I've been blessed to have recruited for Dr. Solani from this, and we're learning from each other, and we're helping each other grow, and we're in part of each other's lives and impacting and helping spread influence. So, but what else can you ask for?
Svetlana, what you got for us?
I don't know. I think you guys have covered everything. I think I'm grateful for the the growth mentality that we all have had. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's a growth mentality. I don't know if it's our personalities where we say something and we stick with it. They're like literally from one conversation in an Uber, we're like, yeah, let's start a podcast. And then we did start a podcast. And then now it's season 3 of our podcast. And we started off in like different time zones. And now we're finally in the same time zone. And we started off making no money and no listeners. And we make some money and have some listeners.
Are you making money?
No, we got an email today.
Speak for yourself.
We got an email today, though. Like
So much money.
I think that we should applaud ourselves because we've been growing, and like growing on social media, podcasting, whatever it is, it takes a while. So we're 3 years in. I said earlier that Mari's almost 2 years old. The podcast is 3 years old. That's kind of crazy, Besides that, the relationships that we've built, that's crazy. The support we get from other doctors that like truly love us, that's also crazy. I don't know. I think it's just very grateful.
That's great. I love that. And I think I'm excited too for what the future holds for us, and just the impact that we're going to be able to make on a lot of students' lives, young ODs' lives, and even these OGs who might be able to learn a thing or two from us and our mentality. Our podcast isn't just like about cases and being boring. Like, we want to talk about the real stuff that we don't think about, or the things that they don't teach us in school. So that's why we did this, and let's continue to do it.
What do you think are we going to be talking about 5 years?
I think it's going to be about, interesting, like how like family dynamics, household situations, how many kids you think we're going to have, like how are we dealing with these kids or these dogs or the farm that you have. I think there's going to be so many different plots that we're going to have.
Yeah, like as we grow, the pod's gonna grow. Like we're gonna always have something new to talk about because there's 4 of us and we're all kind of living our own timeline and our own lives, which is really cool because we've all graduated at different times, and yet we're still like part of this generation of new young doctors who are trying to figure it out. And I think that there's a lot to be said and a lot to learn from each other, even like you said, like the older docs listening to the younger generation, like what are we about now, And I agree. I mean, I know we don't do a lot of like casework because there's some really great pods that are so much better at that than us. And so, we are kind of not focused more on that side of things. So I think it's nice to have a space where you can hear from your fellow like young ODs and just learn from this new generation that's growing about like everything else that's going on. We've had a lot of life changes. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, so speaking of that, I think you should go first. You might have had the biggest changes. You got a new background. What's going on?
I have a new, guys, I have a new house. This is my new office. It's coming slowly together. Thank you. I got married. Did you guys ever think that 3 years ago that you would be at my wedding hosting a game?
No. Did not think that at all.
It's wild, right?
Person hosted.
You were there. I saw a photo.
Yeah. That's true. I was there.
As soon as I stepped away, it happened. I was kind of mad about that.
Yeah, Doug just bailed on us.
Absolutely not.
No, SB held it down.
I was not there, but I will see it soon. I think I'm getting the video, like the whole video package very, very shortly here. Yeah, so I'll see what all went down when I was getting my dress bustled and you guys were hosting a game of sorts.
Svet,
So
you
we got
also
married.
yeah, you mentioned we're on the same time zone, Svet. Like, where you at, Nadia?
Yeah, I moved. I have to go backwards. I got married. We went on our honeymoon. I went to Europe for 2 weeks.
Where'd you
And
go?
then we went to London, Paris, Rome. I went to Rome. I haven't posted about it yet because I keep forgetting, but I will. And then I got back and we moved. We bought a house in Las Vegas. And so now I'm a West Coast girl and East Coast is the best coast.
West Coast, best coast. Never forget it. Don't play that.
I miss it. Miss
You're
the East
here.
Coast. It's okay. But so I'm in the process of becoming a housewife. Guys, it's hard. Wait till you own a house. It's like so much. It's like so much work. You have to hang stuff by yourself. And like I had to hang a mirror on my wall and I drilled into the wall and it wasn't drilling. And then the lights went out.
Whoa.
And then I cried. So some fun things to look forward to.
As long as you just have enough space for us, we might have to come and do like a in-person pod at the house.
I already invited you guys. I said you should come for a retreat, season 3 retreat.
I want Persian food, and I want the rice that has beans in it and it has dill.
Okay, well, I don't know how to make that, but I will buy it.
Okay.
That works. The request wasn't you have to make it.
She just wants it.
What's changed for you this year?
Who's you?
Not me or Nadia.
The audience. What? Me?
No.
Svet.
Are we moving on from Nadia? I feel like she had more to say.
Okay.
No, it's okay. That's all I have to say. I mean,
I mean, you're a housewife.
I'm a housewife. I have a new job. I have a new house. I have a new husband, and I have a new life plan, new 3-year goal. I'm going on a cruise. That's it.
Go back to transitions.
Yeah, I'm going in February. See you guys there. Not you guys, but whoever.
Hey, you represent us.
Yeah, come through. It's fine. I'll sneak you guys onto my carry-on.
Feel free to put us on. Tell them they need us.
Yeah, they do. They need us. We're tag them in the.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I have a angry little dog next to me who is very healthy and a full 8 pounds. Besides that, I took part 2 and part 3 in the same week. I took the new part 3. I do recommend taking the new part 3 after you take part 2 because you kind of see like how the questions are structured and the cases, everything's very similar. So that's my recommendation at the moment. Graduate in May, which is crazy. I told Nadia the other day that I'm gonna graduate soon, and I told her I was like, I still want to be the baby because I've always been the baby because I've been the student, and I still would like to be the baby when I'm graduated. Yeah. What else? Don't know where I'm going after graduation, so don't ask me that. Don't know what I'm doing after graduation, so don't ask me that either.
Where are you going after graduation?
What else? Let me think. I love the pod. I love what we do. I think we help out more people than we actually think. So I think that I want to. I'm just kind of rambling. I want to continue.
No, you're not. You're doing great.
I want to continue the topics that we talk about. Something new that I thought we could do this season. Was that, what's it called? Is those voice messages, because I feel like it's called SpeakPipe, and on speakpipe.com/the Depth Perception podcast, you can leave us a voicemail. And I think that's really cool. So you guys should do that.
So where do they go to leave us a voicemail? You're saying that the fans, the audience, the people watching can leave us a voicemail?
Yes. And they can leave it
about anything anonymously. How do they do that?
So you just go, what's in our link tree? I believe I put it there already. If not, I'll put it there. So it will be in the link tree. And you literally, this is the website. You press start.
What's it called?
It's called speakpipe.com/the Depth Perception podcast. And then you press the button, it immediately starts recording you. You can stop, reset, listen to your recording. So let's just put stop. your name, your email is optional, and you send it to us, and we can include it in our podcast.
Wow. Should we invite the first 3 people who leave us a voicemail on the podcast for like a 30-second cameo?
That would be really nice.
If they want.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I kind of got distracted answering the question. But that's about me.
Nice. JD?
Been a great year. Year of the Dragon.
Enthusiasm, JD.
Year of the Dragon. I mean, set some things on the paper for the goals for the year, and blessed to be working on them. So currently, glad to have started the recruiting company. That was always a goal. Like, I've always been in sales minded. I love meeting people. I love connecting people and seeing the need to help people find good jobs or hire is something I'm passionate about, and lucky to have helped some great people hire, and lucky to help some people that I'm coaching, and blessed to have done some traveling. But I'm blessed to now kind of focus in and on the recruiting company, on a Punjabi dancing team, a Bhangra team, and the pod, and all this stuff, right? Like, it all goes hand in hand. So it's cool how everything builds together.
Drop the handle for your recruitment business.
Yeah, what's that about? What's that called?
I Spy Talent. That is the recruitment business and coaching business. So if you need job opportunities, especially in California, be sure to follow and check it out. And if you need help with managing your finances, or need some coaching, whether it's for your career or for your practice, getting into optometry school, whatever it is, feel free to holler at us, and we'd be happy to help.
What else do you do? Tell us. Resume building.
Yeah, resume building, contract negotiations, managing finances, and even I'm helping like a practice owner with helping him reach his goals. So I do check-ins with him monthly, and we have goals that we come up with to help him run his practice. And then additionally, I'm helping someone with getting into optometry school, making a checklist for them. So there's a lot of coaching involved as well.
I think the one thing that I really liked about JD's website is that he offers to go over your contract, especially like your just graduated, first job, first contract. I mean, you don't really know what you're looking for, what you should or shouldn't look for, like what this sentence means versus if it was worded this way or that way. So I've been telling everybody to get JD's help and do that.
Appreciate it. No, they don't teach you this stuff in school, right? How do you make money? How do you negotiate? How do you find what's important for you, right? Like, all you do is you taught how to be a doctor, and that's important, but what's going to increase your paycheck? What's going to keep you happy? And those are all important stuff that willing to help with. So excited to do that for a lot more people coming here next year.
Dougie, what's going on with you?
That's amazing. For me, I feel like 2024 was a year of grounding and restructuring and renewing myself. And so I feel like 2025 is going to be like my peak out year, like the year of level ups. And I just have things cooking up in the works, and I'm excited to share, but I'm not ready to share them yet. I'm just excited about that. Aside from that, just trying to get more fit, get back in the regimen of working out, playing basketball, and doing the things that I love outside of optometry, and then just like bringing them all together. And so I think that's a young summary of what I have going on thus far.
He's cooking.
I think it's really interesting that you mentioned you don't want to share some things, but I think it's a great thing because I read that if you have ADHD, or it's more common in people who have ADHD, but like people with ADHD, when they talk about their goals, they think that they already started their goals. So like they get the dopamine from just talking about it, but without making that step. Not saying that you have ADHD, but just saying that like for some people that may have ADHD, like this is something that they struggle with. And I realized, I don't know, I'm on like borderline, probably have ADHD. So sometimes I'll talk about my goals and then I don't actually do anything. I just talked about it and I feel good about it. And that was like my first step, but I haven't made a first step yet. I don't know. Nadia, what do you think?
I think I'm diagnosed with ADHD.
But do you relate?
What was the question?
Okay, let's say you have a goal.
Okay, let's talk about my hair thing. We're not done. Okay. What?
Okay.
My goals. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a goal.
That was super ADHD, by the way.
Do I have goals?
Okay. So you have a goal.
Yeah.
And you talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't made any steps towards it.
It's a done deal. Like, I don't need to do steps. I said it out loud, so it's happening. Do you guys remember when I was trying to buy a house here and they told me that I couldn't do it because I didn't live here and I didn't have a job, and I was like, that I only have a plan A, and then it all manifested together and it happened? Because there's just plan A, guys. There's no plan B. That's it.
But I know that is very. I think my thing is like, you make a goal and you talk about it, but then you don't actually make any steps towards it because you talked about it, and in your mind you already made steps, but you've only talked about it.
Yeah, I put it out into the universe and God will deliver.
Yeah, I guess you guys are definitely saying two different things, but I think the key that Svet is trying to say is like, if you're like that, to remember that you still gotta make action to the plans that you talk about or the goals that you're saying that you're gonna set. It's all about follow through, and if you don't have that, then you're just a talker. Action plan A, and that's it, like Nadia said.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to relating to the pod, we have a lot of goals, and I think we're gonna reach them this year.
Amen.
I'm excited.
That.
Plan A only.
Only
Plan A.
Not just talk, only planning.
Win or go home. I love that, guys. This is a great recap.
Like, let's talk about like our one big goal for this year.
Like individual or for the pod?
Yeah, individual and the pod if you guys want. But like, what's one thing that you are working towards in 2025? Like your biggest. JD?
I would like us to do 26 podcasts, which means every other week for sure.
And personal?
Personal? I want to recruit 5 doctors for 5 different businesses.
You're already there, bro. I see that happening for you.
I do too.
Doug?
Become fully certified and licensed in many states and start my own business.
LLC, Dougie, LLC.
And for the pod, to get a great sponsor, to get more sponsorships and more opportunities for us and live in-person speaking opportunities as a group.
Sveti?
I was gonna say the live in-person speaking. Of course, like your platform, relating to people more people listening to us, and then getting like having the ability to speak at some kind of like optometric conference. And then personal, I don't know, the first thing that just comes in mind is like good mental health, good physical health, especially after school. I think that's top priority
for me. Yeah, I think this year just hearing like 5 new people that I don't know say like, hey, listen to the podcast, like, you know, just being able to like reach a bigger audience so we can make an impact on people. And just like, you know, because I like hearing it. I think I've heard it like 3 times the whole time we've had the podcast, like, oh, I listen to the podcast, like it's, you know, whatever, but just having like a goal to like reach more people so that we can expand our community of like young ODs and let them know that we have like a safe space if they ever need to reach out to any one of us and that kind of thing. And if there's a topic that's on their hearts that they feel like should be discussed so others can learn, to bring it up. And personal, motherhood upcoming in this next year.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Baby tester.
Yeah, we'll see.
I would love to be a Thea.
Yeah, this will be the very baby room. I'll be like on the pod like this. So we'll see. Time's changing. Life's growing.
Life is growing.
Yeah, please get pregnant now.
My Aflac won't let me get pregnant until February, so stay tuned.
Ring before spring. Goals. Ring before spring.
Yeah. Great pod. Love you guys. See you in the upcoming. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Depth Perception podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all of our platforms, including
Spotify,
Instagram,
Google Podcasts,
Apple Podcast,
YouTube. Make sure you click that button. Double tap that.
So you guys have no reason not to follow us and tune in to the next episode.
Stop wasting time.
Get in depth.
Subscribe.